Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to yet another installment of Chelsea transfer news, but at the same time, some Chelsea news as well. As you can see, the picture on the screen at the moment is in regards to Kendrick Pires. So this is not about transfer news. This is purely some Chelsea news that I want to talk about before we hit some really, really interesting transfer topics. Murillo, big conversation to be had in regards to Murillo and that young Argentinian centre back. We've got some conversations to be had for that particular young kid. Now, in regards to Kendrick Pires, I don't know how many of you guys were able to watch the Copa America match between Ecuador versus Jamaica. It was a fun watch along with Javon. Javon, if you're watching, big up to you, my man. If you haven't been able to catch that watch along, you can still catch it on playback. Do subscribe to our playback channel where Feroz and I, we're running that particular channel on playback called Football TV. The link is in the description. We had the pleasure of watching Kendrick Pires. This is my second time watching him full 90 minutes. Obviously, all throughout since we bought Kendrick Pires, I've seen some bits and pieces, some clips here and there, and he's obviously looked really good. Few things that I really wanted to present to you guys from the 90 minutes that I've seen now of Kendrick Pires of the last two matches, one against Venezuela, one against Jamaica. Obviously, the one against Venezuela, they lost, but Kendrick Pires was still very, very instrumental. This one, I have to say, once again, very, very impactful. For a 17-year-old, I still remember one of the things that really stick out for me in regards to Kendrick Pires is when we first bought him, he was a skinny, small kid. You could tell he's a kid. Now, as a 17-year-old, in the past 12 months, this kid has grown. He's put on some nice mass around himself. And I can only imagine over the next 12 months until he's ready to join Chelsea Football Club, he's only going to put more muscle, put more meat around him. And he is starting to look more and more part of the, I suppose the part of the adult team. Do you know what I mean? Not the kids team anymore, part of the senior team. That's the word that I'm looking for. Kendrick Pires, I have to say, he is the heartbeat of Ecuador. He's probably one of their most important players. Obviously, Moses Caicedo, who's got the man of the match in this particular match, and he was immense, no doubts about that. Kendrick Pires is definitely one of the most important players for them. Few things that I want to talk about Kendrick Pires, his awareness as a young kid, 17-year-old, to be so aware of what is happening in and around you with and without the ball. Very good to see. He's got the passing range, long passes, short passes, through balls. The vision, as I said, the awareness is immense. He's got a bit of pace about himself. He's got a bit of physicality. In Copa America, you cannot be a weakling. Let me tell you this much. They don't mess about. It is brutal in Copa America. And I'm pretty sure these South American leagues, whether it's in Brazil, whether it's in Ecuador, in the likes of Independiente for Kendrick Pires, they don't mess about there. Look, the bottom line for me with Kendrick Pires, ladies and gentlemen, I think he will be ready, I don't come here on a regular basis saying that, this kid needs to get an opportunity. That this particular player, Kendrick Pires, he's special. He actually is special. This particular player probably will be ready as soon as he's 18 and after this upcoming season, the season after, season 25-26, you best believe he is going to be ready. And he likes to play more centrally. I know we've seen clips of him on the right side, drifting in, but over the last two matches, especially for Ecuador, he likes to play through the middle, literally through the center, and operating in the half spaces, whether it's on the right side, whether it's on the left side. He loves being in and around there. He's got a knack of crashing into the box and perhaps, getting into the end of moves as well, which he ends up starting anyway. Obviously, in this match against Jamaica, really good, well-taken penalty for a 17-year-old to show that type of, composure to put away that penalty was very good to see. And he's a set-piece taker as well. He's got some lovely deliveries. And he's got goals in him. He's got goals and assists, loads of it. And it's only going to get better and better. He's a proper playmaker, And it's not like all he does is just play make and he's a luxury player. He does not. No, off the ball, he works just as hard. So look, I'm very, very excited to see Kendrick Pires, and I guess this is the model, the current model, the under the new ownership is coming to fruition. This is their aim, looking out for those gems out there and striking gold. This particular player, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we got him for about what, maybe close to 20 million, maybe a bit less. He's I'm not even lying. Before he even becomes a Chelsea player, I'm pretty sure he's already 60 million. I'm not even one bit like he's probably worth 60 million pounds already. And I guess this is the model coming to fruition. So I just wanted to put a bit of, put a video out there in regards to Kendrick Pires because I'm very impressed by him. Obviously, I'm going to keep watching him in Copa America. I do believe Ecuador will go to the next round. Obviously, there's still got one more match left in the group stage against Mexico, and I think that will be another interesting match to watch. Now, let me know your thoughts about Kendrick Pires. For me, I think this brother will be ready by the time he's turned 18, and I love the way they celebrate. All of these young kids, Paez, Esteval, they're all doing the Cole Palmer celebration. And they all, one thing's for certain, Cole Palmer is a sensation in South America. They know who Cole Palmer is. He's a global brand, much like what Todd Bowley said recently about Cole Palmer, that they really want to expand his brand in the USA. So we shall see. These kids definitely look up to Cole Palmer, and it'll be great to see when they come in to be able to play with Cole Palmer, hopefully. Now, in regards to Murillo, Chelsea have registered their interest in Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo. He's emerging as a target for new Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca. Forest rate him at 70 million, coming from Jay Percy from The Telegraph. Look, this particular name has now been materializing, surfacing over the past two windows, not just this window, the last windows also. Is there some legs to it? 70 million, you best believe when it's coming from another Premier League team, you're going to pay premium money. And also his contract, I think it's till 2028. So obviously it's going to cost a bit of money. Brazilian centre-back, left-sided centre-back. There's news out there. We're looking for left-sided centre-back. Potentially you can cover in wide areas as well. He's 21. It fits the bill. But obviously this type of money, that don't fit the bill. That type of transfer fee is quite excessive. And the other talk is, I guess this is the serious talk. Do we really need another left-sided centre-back? I mean, what message are we sending to Levi Colwill? What message are we sending to Buddy Shield? Cucurella, we've already said that, who's going to be inverting at times and tucking in at times. Sometimes he might overlap. We've seen all of that. So you've got the option of Cucurella as well. I mean, are we really looking at, a lot of people have been saying that Murillo probably could play as a left-back too. Look, I mean, before we even think about the left-back situation, we have to think about how do we get rid of the ones that we have. I think it would be so cruel to get rid of Cucurella. I think there is a very good player in him. You know how much I rate Cucurella from the days of Brighton. I was so excited that we ended up getting him. I know it's not really worked out recently, well, since he's come on to Chelsea Football Club, but recently, I think at the end of last season, we saw what this player can bring for us. And I think Enzo Maresca will really relish having a player like Cucurella. So before we think about, it's another left-back option, Ben Chilwell is not going to be an easy player to get rid of. And Cucurella, I think it will not be wise to get rid of him right now. So do we really need someone like Murillo? On top of that, LCB, what message are we sending to Levi Colwill? What message are we sending to Buddy Shield when these two players are, genuinely, they're looking forward to next season and doing well for Chelsea Football Club? For me, this transfer seems a little bit excessive. Obviously, the transfer fee is definitely excessive. Chelsea are making inquiries via intermediaries about Murillo and regard him as a young player with high potential who fits the club's profile following Maresca's appointment this month. Yeah, of course, he fits the project. 21-year-old, got a lot of potential. Probably the wages are not going to be that excessive either. It fits the project. The only issue is the transfer fee is quite excessive. It is understood that any deal is unlikely to happen imminently for Murillo, though Forest are under some pressure to raise funds before 30th of June to comply with financial controls. Look, I don't think this is going to happen before 30th of June. There's a lot of money involved here. I don't think this is going to happen before this 30th of June timeframe. Potentially after. But as I say, is this really necessary? You let me know, ladies and gentlemen. You let me know whether this transfer is actually necessary or not. This is what Fabrizio Romano had to say. Chelsea have made an inquiry with Forest regarding Murillo, as they are still looking at opportunities at centre back. They are following the player and appreciate him. There is no proposal at the moment, only information about the package. So yeah, Chelsea's going around trying to find out details on many players. Obviously, we heard yesterday in regards to Isak, just inquiring. It doesn't mean anything, just inquiring, How much is the player keen to leave? How much is the player on? How much will be the cost? This, that, the other. Maybe we're doing the same thing with Murillo. He's a good defender, I'll tell you, I'll give you this much. He is a very good defender, and there is an excitement level about him. He is quite enterprising from the left side. He doesn't mind bombing forward as well. So there is a good player in him. It's just, for me, you got to get rid of certain players. I know you guys will say, well, okay, Chalobah is still there. He needs to go. Thiago Silva left. Tosin came in. Chalobah is still needs to go, and we can bring in someone else. But we've got so many centre-backs. Have a look at the plethora of centre-backs that we have and ask yourself whether this is necessary or not. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are on a mission. I love how Fabrizio Romano, mission, obsession, operation in South America for Aaron Anselmino. They're working on this deal and believe he's a huge talent. Negotiations ongoing. Chelsea hasn't triggered the release clause as they want to strike a deal with good payment terms coming from Fabrizio Romano. This looks like it's going to happen. 19-year-old CB from Argentina Boca Juniors club. Once again, a lot of hype around this kid. A lot of people say that he's very good on the ball, very good defensively, and definitely an up-and-coming CB, yet another CB. So how many CBs do we really want? This is another CB, ladies and gentlemen, and looks like, Chelsea are on as Fabrizio said, Chelsea are on a mission in South America for Aaron Anselmino. So it looks like we're very, very keen on this player. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Kendry Paez. Let me know your thoughts about Aaron Anselmino. And most importantly, let me know your thoughts about Murillo. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.